Hey, what's up, my construction entrepreneurs? This is Tyrone with the Construction Entrepreneur School and Services. Hey, so just getting on here. I got a pretty busy day. It's Monday the 6th. I have the rest of the week. I'm pretty slammed with my twins' birthday is the 8th, so we got a whole family event planned. So today I'm trying to cram everything in today and tomorrow, and then I have a bid due. I had a bid due Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not going to make the Tuesday bid. It's pretty big. It's for Bernard's Construction. It's a math and science building in Orange County, but I don't have the time to put in. So it's a hard bid. For the Math to Science building in Orange County for Saddleback College. It's a hard bid, yeah. But the one I am bidding on belongs to Bernard's, and that's it's like 7 different school sites, and it's pretty good. So anyway, that's bidding. Now, hey, I wanted to answer one of the questions here that I got from Mr. Wright. What's up, dog? The question was, what I think about starting, a business or partnering up, or, So, as you guys know, if you guys been following me, I've been in all sorts of businesses dealing with construction. My longtime partner, which is Sean, he's never on video anyway, and he's not my current partner now. But we started a lot of businesses together. And I'm a big fan of partnerships. There was even a time where I had 2 other partners. It was a total of 3 of us. That was tough to do, especially starting from scratch. But so I'm a big fan of partners. Okay. Now, over the years, what I have learned, even through the partnerships, one of the things that I would do different is the percentage. Okay. All right, so so I'm a big fan of partnerships. One thing I would do differently is the percentage, which I am doing now. I think everyone should have, in a partnership, you should not go 50-50. And the reason being is, all the old heads I talk to, and lawyers too that I talk to, you just never do 50-50, because you never know where anyone is going to be in 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Every decision that you make as a business is not for the now, it's for what's to come. It's always for the future. We're always, this decision that's the things that's going on now has been decisions that I made 6 months ago, 4 months ago, 2 months ago. So if you're all the way in and you're not going anywhere with this, then you want to give a partner no more than 20%. And that's just hindsight, because now I look at how things have went. Now, I've had bad partnerships to where one bad partnership, someone wasn't producing like they should have. I had partnerships to where people were not knowledgeable to give to the extent that they needed to give, which means that they didn't have the experience in areas that we needed to continue the growth, to continue getting the work. And I was the one supplying a lot of the experience in that department, which was taxing and a big toll on me, and which can result in a greater percentage of ownership. Can that person grow into that capacity? Yeah, they can. But I think as they grow, if it is a lack of experience in these, it's mostly the admin side of things. You can find partners that is good at building and doing the field work, but when it comes to the administration part, the billing, the payroll, negotiating, a lot of individuals that's been in the field, they fall greatly short of that expectation. And maybe later, if they grow into that, they can pay for additional percentages into the company. You know, maybe that's an option, but just an option. You know, I would only do partnerships when I'm owning at least, 50, 60, 70, 80, up to 80%, of the business, and I will own 80%. And I think that's best. And that gives the partner, if they want to, later on, if they want to get more into it, then they can pay for that percentage based on the valuation of the company at the time that they want to buy into it. And I'm a big fan of that, especially if you're forking over the money. Now, this is not the deal that you should do. It's not a black and white deal here, right? This is only my experience. This is only what I have been through, and what you're going through may be different. Whomever is listening, right? This is only from my perspective. Now, when Shine and I, if I take it back to my actual partnerships, when Shine and I was actually doing this thing, we went 50-50 on everything, and sometimes he was able to get things on his credit. Sometimes I was able to get things on my credit. Sometimes we use my credit card. Sometimes we use his credit cards. Sometimes we use his cash. Sometimes we both didn't get paid. It varies. So we went 50-50. But hindsight, now I would not have went 50-50. I would have went, maybe with Sean, I would have went probably 70, 30. Even 60-40, I definitely would have pushed for the higher percentage, depending on what type of work we were doing in the business setup. So another thing is, it's better when people come in with cash with partnerships. It's kind of harder to do, cash deal when they've been there from the beginning. They helped start it, maybe they should get some type of percentage, maybe 10%, maybe 20%, but it's a little bit harder to say cash. But I think people putting in money, they have more value toward the business when cash is put in. Sweat equity is great, but sweat equity doesn't bring your own greenbacks to the table. When your own money is on the table, you act different. Kind of like when I was doing classes, right? When I was doing classes, anytime it was a free class, hardly anyone showed up. But if I just charged $10 for the class, everyone that paid would show up. It's different when you have your money involved, and you respond differently. So there's a lot of things that you have to weigh out. What type of experience, what type of jobs, what can that person bring to the table? And once again, you're not looking at now, you're looking at in the future. Can that person grow? One of my partners that I had was not great at growing within the areas that need to be grown in. They were good in a certain type of position, but as growth needed, we need to be skilled in this type of position, and they were not able to get to that level, but I was. So maybe that may be okay, maybe that might be okay. Like right now, my partner handles the field, and I handle everything else, and I dabble in the field here and there when I need to, because part of my work that I would like to eventually give to him intertwines with the field, especially like RFIs, change orders, and things like that. So I have to be involved in that field stuff quite a bit, but eventually I would like that person, my current partner, to grow into the field and then migrate into this admin work that goes just above field work. So and that's my stance, and I have no problem with giving anyone percentages up to the company and having them work sweat equity. It just all depends on the type of person that you have, the type of person that you're partnering up with, because this thing is like a marriage, man. This thing is a marriage, not even like a marriage. You're married to that person, and you guys got to talk often. You guys don't always have to see eye to eye, but someone needs to be the boss. That's just it. Someone has to be the boss there. So, and that's very important there. I'm trying to get this lighting right. Someone has to be the boss there at all times, and you gotta understand that, okay? And I would say that's it. You gotta weigh out those things. Always think about 10 years from now. how it looks 10 years from now. You know, what can that person bring to the table 10 years from now if you're planning on being wherever your company's planning on being. You want to look far down the road, and that's the type of person you want to have on your team, a person that can grow with those expectations and can learn those new things. You know, you got to have someone that can learn new things, because we're forever growing within this construction industry as individuals, as companies, and with the employees. So, you know, you have to be willing to learn what's new. You have to be willing to learn technology. You have to be willing to learn what is needed within your business to get you to that next level. And you have to be willing to, you know, put forth that energy to doing those things. And those things are sometimes the hardest things for people to do. You know, like they say, it's hard for an old dog to learn new tricks. I believe that's what it is. And it's so true. So you got to look at all those aspects and make that decision and pull the trigger and move forward and stand by. You know, that's my add to it. Let me know if I touched on everything. I wanted to touch on creating a partnership and my experience of what I've been through, and try not to keep this video too long. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know how you feel about that. Let me know, you know, what would you do without getting too crazy with, you know, 5-6 paragraphs, man. Hey, my construction entrepreneurs, just giving here my advice, just giving you guys the real. That's all it is, man. And trying to make a little bit of money from YouTube, man. That's what it is. But I'm giving out my experience. Maybe my great grandkids will see this years from now, man. And maybe they'll be able to learn something, or, you know, or piggyback off this and continue this thing. So, hey, my construction entrepreneurs, make sure you like, make sure you share, leave your comments. Let me know what you like to hear, or for me to touch bases on. Okay. Until then.